When you first open Vizrt 4.0, you're presented with the default view or the default user interface. There are several windows open in here, and this video will give you the quick introduction to the user interface and the different windows available. There are more in-depth videos on each particular window, but this video will introduce you to the general user interface. One of the main components of the user interface is the main tab bar that runs across the very top. And here you can see we have several tabs. One's labeled Workspaces, Import, Archive, Post, On Air, and Config. Now each one of these tabs allows us to do a different task within Vizrt and or allows us access to different windows within the user interface. So you can look for more in-depth videos on each one of these. So we're going to jump back into the default view here. And next in the upper left window, we have the scene tree here. And this is where we're going to start building our scene. Within the scene tree, you're going to have containers which contain different objects and assets. So for example, if I drag something up into the scene tree, it creates this container along with dropping the object into our scene editor window over here in the right. Now the scene editor window is where we can see a live preview of anything that we design or make within Vizrt. Down here in the lower left window is all of our built-ins, geometries, and plugins. These are all the things that are native to Vizrt and help us build out our scenes and or projects. Over here in the bottom right, we have our server tab, and the server tab houses all the assets that we have created and or imported into Vizrt. So for example, we have a couple of folders here to organize some of our assets. We have our scenes here, we have images. So if we come over and click on our images tab here and open up our images folder and select a folder, you can see that we have all these different images here to use. Also some fonts. So if we wanted to check out some fonts, we could just come in here and make sure our F tab is active. So the server folder holds all of our assets. Now over here on the far right, we have the properties tab. So if I have a particular object active within the scene, its properties are now active over here in the right hand side. So at any time we can take a window and drag it around the user interface. So each window you can now detach and put wherever you want. With this convenience sometimes comes a little confusion because you can have windows scattered about. So it's always important to know which window you're looking for and which particular asset you're looking for. However, if you ever need to just find a list of the available windows, you can come over here into Workspaces and look for the list of available docs.